knowledge every single day. Videos hitting 100K subscribers strong. Bitcoin level bullish vibes, we can't go wrong. Bullish vibes, we can't go wrong. Analyzing charts with precision, he's got the vision. Spot trades, predicting gains, making the right decision. Tom Brown in the bullish corner, he's the king. Educating the mass, bringing that crypto bling. Jet Pow, Tom Brown on the scene. Crypto analysis, they ain't living the dream. Bitcoin love, bullish all the way. Tom Brown in the house, let's make some gains today.
That was absolutely ridiculous, YouTube. I don't know what just happened, but that was so ridiculous. I've been trying to use the go live automatically, like auto start feature, and YouTube just won't start it. I don't know. That was weird. I had to like shut it down, start it up again. Either way, we're live here today after much turmoil of trying to go live. Here we are. Yes, officially live. All right, just double checking here. Double checking. We're good. So we are officially live for real this time, not for fake. Thanks for joining, guys. It's Wednesday, and we got some stuff. Got some news to look at. I don't typically follow the news, but I figured what else is there to do? Bitcoin is still ranging sideways. We do have some altcoins making great moves, such as CEL earlier. I don't know if it's still moving off the check. TRB, our targets for TRB blown away. Since what, Monday? Congrats to whoever was looking at that. Somebody was in a long saying, I'm feeling a little hesitant about this. I'm in a long. What should I do? And I looked at the chart and said, man, I'm seeing some upside numbers. So we'll get into those charts. We'll get into Bitcoin. We'll get into everything. If you could smash the like buttons, hype it up, subscribe for this awesome thumbnail. I made it for you guys, and it looks like something that I'd probably create after a music festival, something like that. It's a little discombobulated, but I liked it. It stuck with me. So let's jump into it. Let's get over the starter things and let's get into the charts here. Bitcoin monster whale buying up Bitcoin ETFs. Susquehanna International Group, which is a behemoth in asset management, with the trading volume handling numerous financial products globally, has made a substantial investment in Bitcoin ETFs. Basically, on May 7th, Susquehanna held approximately $1.2 billion in ETF holdings during just the first quarter of 2024. These details of this investment are particularly notable because this is the interesting part I want to share with you guys. Their scale and their diversity. Susquehanna holds 17.3 million shares of Grayscale Bitcoin, and that's what kind of caught my eye here. Grayscale. Apparently, at the moment, this is worth about $1 billion, and it represents a large portion of their entire BTC investment. But the interesting part was GBTC. Their fees are higher. We've seen GBTC kind of exodus. And actually over the last 3 or 4 days, we've seen the first inflows, meaning more people are buying than selling on Grayscale's GBTC. And I wonder if this is it. This is what I really wanted to share with you guys. The reason that they chose Grayscale is apparently the deeper liquidity. I wonder if that is related to the inflows we've seen recently and maybe some of the outflows of the ETFs. People jumped over there, rotated capital to get those lower fees. Maybe they don't have the liquidity. Maybe they're having issues. Time will tell. This also is a further diversification for them, as they do hold over 1 million of Fidelity spot Bitcoin ETF, roughly valued at 83 million. So you can see the difference, $1 billion versus 83 million. There is value in that liquidity, even with the higher fees coming in. Interesting times. That's that whole story. There's your monster whale. So when you read this article or you see a news line, don't start FOMOing, don't start freaking out. I don't know. A lot of the time, they're not that interesting. There it is. This one is the big one. You guys know I don't talk about FTX much, but apparently there's finally some good news coming out of the FTX situation. The bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange proposed a new reorganization plan that would see 98% of its creditors, hold for it, get back not just their money, but 118% of their claims in cash. This could happen as soon as 60 days after a court approval. Apparently, these documents were filed Tuesday evening, just last night. This is big news, actually. This is interesting stuff. I'm going to read more of this one because there are some interesting mechanics, some interesting forces at play. Under the plan, other non-governmental creditors would get back 100% of their claims plus up to 9% interest to compensate them for the time value of their investments. Certainly, this is a great outcome versus what we expected. I honestly didn't expect to get anything back from BlockFi or Celsius or anything during the 2022 cascading liquidations. And to see FTX somehow be able to pay back almost 100% of its creditors with interest is, honestly, I didn't expect that. I did not see this coming. I'm not exactly clear what a creditor is, like if people like you and me would count as creditors, etc. But that's okay. We'll keep going. The proposed payouts have been higher than their earlier estimates. In October, they expected only to pay back 90% of their funds, but in January, the new FTX or current FTX CEO, John J. Ray, the man with 3 names, revised that estimate, telling he expected to be able to pay them back in full. Surprising. Though the crypto market has rebounded since FTX's collapse and subsequent bankruptcy, irking many of their customers, all of their customers, what do you mean many of their, all of them, who have missed out on the opportunity to profit from the run-up in crypto prices while their funds were stuck in bankruptcy limbo. The estate denies that the market recovery is the driving force behind the massive pile of cash, and here's where your boy Tom Crown's going to disagree. In 2020, at this time, right after these bankruptcies, Bitcoin hit 15.5K. Now Bitcoin's at 63K. You're really going to tell me that your ability to pay them back, you couldn't do it before, now you can, isn't based on that? That's a bunch of malarkey. In a Tuesday press release, FTX estate said it expects to have between 14.5 and 16.3 billion in cash available for distribution by a time plan approved by a Delaware bankruptcy court. Wow, where do you think they got that 16.3 billion? I bet that was all selling pressure on the crypto market. It's in cash. This isn't liquid assets. This isn't in kind. This is straight up cash. Wild. As previously disclosed, FTX had a massive shortfall at the time of their Chapter 11 filing, holding, and this gets better and better, holding only 0.1% and only 1.2% of the Ethereum customers believed it held. 0.1% of the Bitcoin. That means for every 1,000 Bitcoin that were bought on FTX, they bought roughly 1. That is wild. And it's a testament to just how strong the crypto space is. After a giant, insane thing like this happening, still able to recover, still able to climb the new all-time highs, buyers still in the market. Let's go, crypto. Other sources of value had some different stakes and things. They also increased in value. That helped them out. This is the interesting part. So with their new reorg, this would settle a bunch of their claims from regulators and government agencies, including the IRS and CFTC. The IRS agreed to resolve, this is what caught me, it's $24 billion in claims. In return, so resolving $24 billion, maybe this is where they got that 16. Maybe that actually makes sense, right? They owed 24. Now they all of a sudden have 16. Anyway, in return for only 200 million as a cash payment and 685 million subordinated claim that will be paid to the creditors, whatever. Maybe that's it. Maybe this didn't pay the IRS. And I'll say, out of all the people not to get paid back, I'll take that. If the IRS is happy, I'm happy, you're happy, let's go. That's the news on that. That's it. It's good. Good stuff there. Last one, and you're gonna see FUD about this. Now, not only are you gonna see FUD about this, you're gonna see FUD with these corresponding coins, which is why I actually decided to cover some news today. I was like, these are actually not bad stories for once. It's not just fluff. They're hit with a new class action lawsuit accusing them of selling digital asset securities. Dun, dun, dun. Kind of a weird move just right off the bat for the SEC to continue going after Coinbase. After they're the named custodians of all of these US ETFs, they are important fundamentally to the US and its investment in crypto, and that extends out to these ETFs. And once the ETFs are in play, that's a lot of different people's money. I am kind of shocked that they're still trying to play these same cards. So what's the class action for? By the way, if this is a class action, I guess we can join it because we use Coinbase. If you use Coinbase, sign up with Coinbase in the video description below. Use my link or any of the other partners. You know the deal. The complaint was filed in the North District Court of California's San Francisco division on Friday, claims that the U.S. crypto exchange has been operating as a part of a shadowy crypto ecosystem operating just outside the law. Everything they say is just like it contradicts itself. Literally everything. These headphones just died, which is cool because I don't really like wearing them. What did Yellen? Did Yellen write that? Shadowy crypto ecosystem. Its entire business model has been built upon a lie and a dream. The lie is that we do not sell securities, and the dream is that knowing it would eventually be caught in the lie. That doesn't make sense. That guy's quote's crappy. Coinbase has knowingly, intentionally, and repeatedly violated state securities laws since it began doing business. Here it is. Here's where the FUD is, and we're probably going to take a peek at all these coins to see how they're reacting. The complaints accuse the exchange of offering numerous unregistered securities or digital asset securities, including layer 1 blockchain projects like Solana. They're going after big boys this time. Near, Algorand, Stellar, Tezos, MATIC, UNI, Ethereum, and Mana. That's some big hits. I mean, Sol and Ethereum right there alone. There's 2 top 5. The US SEC also accused Coinbase of violating securities laws, launching a lawsuit against the exchange last year in June. Coinbase, of course, argues that the trading digital assets doesn't qualify as an investment contract under the Howey test, an assessment created by the Supreme Court more than 90 years ago to decide what is not classified as a security. So we're gonna see some FUD. We're gonna see some chart stuff for sure. Checking back in here. Shout out to our sponsors, 𝐂𝐴LGO and Meta Signals. Links in the video description below. This is the trade we've been following. I'm gonna pull up the big screen. This is the trade we've been following. Our first one. Our partnership with them just began, and whoa, this is what we're looking for. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it to one stream. I'm not gonna do the vertical stream today. We've been tracking this. Our stop loss was not hit. This is gonna go down as a pretty solid trade. I'm not gonna lie. Great way to start it off. Meta Signals, well done. TRX did settle back down to the initial entry, but now back up at its range highs. TP3 looking pretty good here. If you've been following this one or trading it, congrats. Let's go to the corn, maybe. Let's go to the corn. I have been sitting here all morning reading news, I guess, but also staring at the Bitcoin chart. That last week rally was nice. Now we're seeing 2 days of red into this tiny green candle. Really no energy here. And what I don't like is you can visualize just this descending high trend. If you add it to the chart, you'll find that for the last 4 or 5 days, price has basically walked its way down this descending high trend. That's not a setup I like. I've marked out here, these are from monthly, weekly timeframes, our sideways range, which now appears on a very short or scalping time scale to be 64,000 as the high and looking down at about 60.6 flat. I could definitely see price slowly just walking down the line to 60.6. This is where I'd like to see price hold. Obviously, better getting away from this blue trend line. The faster, the better. We see some confluence here as our 0.5 retracement from all of May's price action, sitting right here in between 60.6 and 61.2. Would not be shocking to see price touch that this week, as well as retesting 64,000 would be very probable as well. All of our indicators are looking junky. Not a lot to look at. Pretty much this downtrend has had our indicators pushed down. It paints bullish divergence, but then it's balanced out by bearish divergence to contracting, at odds, two things at odds, and giving us not a clear picture. In my opinion, this price action still looks a lot like some price action you might be familiar with. Let me pull that up for you and tuck this all away. There it is. Tucked. All right. I think this still looks a lot, I don't want to be a broken record here, like the ETF sell-off again. Let's zoom in. So obviously this is taking much more time. Here we have daily candles in front of us. These are still daily, but you're gonna have to use your brain a little bit to see what I'm talking about. Looking back to the ETF crash of 11%. Here's kind of how I view this price action and why I believe these are similar. So here we go. We have some kind of ascending pattern. We're moving up. That pattern is broken right after the ETFs come out. Here's where the similarities come in. You have a low that bounces to a lower high that breaks down, seemingly rejecting from that potential or short-term support there into a lower low, which gets bought back up. Here we are, potentially. Gets bought back up to what could be like the neckline, right? We're looking for an inverse head and shoulders here. Bought back up and a little bit of red, a little bit of down, kind of indecision. That continued out. So we saw a retracement, or I guess sell-off, a retracement, a move higher, and then this kind of sideways choppy, indecisive, but kind of weak looking price action. Our highs continued to come down. We could say our lows came up and we painted a flag. I don't like flags, but for the most part, kind of choppy. So let me quickly do this for you. We'll do this as the little indecision here, and we'll copy these bars for the sell-off, and this is going to be interesting. Bars pattern. There it is. All right, so remember this. Take a picture. You can also just go back on the stream if you want to see it. Here we go. Let's throw this up here. Let's add our triangle. There we go, because we're going to need it. This is kind of what I'm seeing. Something like this. It doesn't fit perfectly because these time frames are so different. Well, the time it took is so different. They don't fit snugly, but I think you can see something similar here. You have an uptrend. Looks like you're moving up. You've fallen just like you did back here with the ETF. You rallied, I will admit, unless you count like this the next day. There's no backtest there, but lower high. I actually have to zoom in more for this. I think. Yeah. There it is. It's like fall, lower high, return. So the way that I see this playing out, if it's going to follow it, is, well, maybe we get one more drop down. And then we come up and we paint that triangle. Just like that. Or potentially, we've already seen that kind of cascading fall, right? The lower highs into lower lows. And maybe we are already looking to paint this. Fractals are fun. They're a great exercise on the chart. Traders should be aware of what they are. I don't know if they should use them every day, but they are not to be followed literally or blindly. I'm just seeing something similar on this sell-off, and that starts with the ascending trend, the fall down, and then the series of lower highs. So to complete this, so fingers crossed, we want to see something like this. Unfortunately, not exciting price action, sideways, lower highs, higher lows, but the good news is if that plays out, things start looking pretty good with the corresponding giga rally we got. That sent us from 42,000 to a new all-time high at 74 for a 74% gain. Not gonna say we're looking for a 74% gain, but let's just see what that would look like anyway. I saw someone subscribe. I know it's a not super hype day. And the thumbnail definitely going to throw people off, but that's what we do, man. Let's see. 74% gain from here would be quite a gain. If we got the same move from the ETF low, well, actually it's from this flag, to our new all-time high, if we got that same percent move, that would put Bitcoin above 100,000. Interestingly, though, I don't think 100,000 is a bad target if the low is in and we do continue up from here. At this point, the market has convinced everyone that this run, well, that this runs over. Everybody's bearish. Nothing has really happened on the chart. We haven't seen strength. We haven't gotten super bullish stuff. Of course, we've had no new highs. But at this point, I think people are ready to think that this runs over and that it'll resume next year. I'm not there yet. I'm going to need to see some very specific things. However, that is a great condition historically to see Bitcoin actually make those moves. One thing on the way up we talked about was, guys, it's weird. Everyone's bullish. Prices going up. This isn't really like it was. We streamed through the last bull market and bear market in 2020, and nobody was bullish. I am a huge proponent or preacher of Bitcoin always gets everyone on the wrong side of the trade every time. If everyone's on the same side of the trade, it's almost guaranteed. Maybe a little more move that direction. It's almost guaranteed to reverse. So the more bearish people get, I think the better here. So let's hope we get that boring sideways, because that's going to get people even more primed to short. And let's see it move up at 100,000. That's likely, in my opinion, especially if we get this move. If we get this move over 100, this is likely, in my opinion, where we get the first real retracement of this rally. You can complain if you've never been in crypto and say, oh, 23%, we already got one. We already had another 20%er, right? Those are already retracements. We don't need more. These are not really bull market corrections. At 100,000, we could see that big sell-off. I don't think that's what happens. Don't tell 𝐂𝐴𝐵�𝐻, he'll be mad. But I could see a pretty serious correction at 100K. Think about it, it's psychological. We were kind of expecting this at 50 last year, but it's the number where people will pay attention. Maybe 50 wasn't big enough or flashy enough, but at 100,000, your grandma, your mom might be calling you asking about Bitcoin. It is something that people are not going to be able to see and ignore, especially if they're not in crypto, because they're going to have that mindset of, I could have bought Bitcoin. They don't know what it is, but I could have bought it. I remember the price being whatever, right? Whatever number long ago they remember. And then seeing 100,000, that is such a huge amount of money to people right now. I think that's when we see the peak retail FOMO, and then probably the dump, right? Everyone on the upside, Bitcoin looking to move to the other direction. I wanted to do this like a little bit kind of abstract charting for you, because I don't have much else on Bitcoin. Bitcoin not moving. But what we should do is check out the charts of the alleged securities. I think that makes sense. We're going to jump into those. However, I wanted to, because this TRX trade from MetaSignals has done well. It very well may hit the third TP. I wanted to share a few more, because let's give them an opportunity to fail, right? Remember, guys, MetaSignals is a great algorithm. It is wonderful at identifying setups. That's a lot of what we do on this channel. Just because I put a trade or say this could be done doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Don't be fooled. That's how you lose money in this space, is thinking there's guarantees like that. But we're going to give it a few more to see how it goes. So I did these in the morning. I'm not actually sure if they got wrecked yet or not. We'll see. So the first one, Link. Here we go. I even put up the little MetaSignals tag over here. Link. This one was generated this morning. I caught it a little bit late, but let's see. I found this one interesting because its stop loss is basically its entry. MetaSignals, the reason that's possible is their stop loss, I guess, confirmation is candle closes on the time frame. So the time frame specified here, 30 minutes. The entry or open was at 1390. I'm actually kind of impressed by that. It didn't quite hit TP1 yet. It looks like in the last half hour it got very close. When I put this here, it was like not even filled yet. TP2 sitting at 1417 and 1457. Not huge spreads. That's a 5% take on the highest take profit, but that stop loss is interesting. It actually did hit the stop since I placed this, but as you can see, no 30-minute close, no stop. You could definitely trade these though the other way, the normal way that we do it. When the price hits its stop, that's up to you. So this one, arguably still in play, arguably not. Let's go one more. AVAX, this one's actually looking pretty good because it hasn't moved much. AVAX stopped below 33.98 on the 2 hour. We have not touched it. It did fill. Take profit 1 at 35, take profit 2 at 36. This is a 2 hour time frame, 2 hour chart. So that one's looking good. I'll update you guys. And the last one, because people like XRP, I chose this one. XRP. This did fill, didn't it? One sec. 52.2. Oh. 52.22. It did fill. Wow, that's actually a sniper entry. Price 52.22. I had 52.2. Wasn't accurate enough. That wick at 11 a.m. right as this signal fired. Wow, that's actually really cool. This wick hit 5222 and this fired and said that's a good long. Interesting. 1 hour candles stop below 51.74. That's going to be the stop loss. TP1's already hit. TP2 at 53.39 and TP3 at 54. So I got alerts set. I'll keep you updated on how these go. I just think they're interesting to look at, honestly. So let's actually pull up those charts that could be getting spicy here. So we had Solana. Let's do this. Solana actually looking very good still. Hold up here. On the day, let's see. This news came out like yesterday and today. Solana having red candles since this news, but to me, this does not look like doom. Get out of here, bug. Doesn't look like doom. Doesn't look like the FUD stuck. It looks like it doesn't really notice. On the day, Solana moved up, did not break its April high yet, but painted an order block here over the weekend, hitting higher highs. This sell-off just back to that daily order block. If I was looking for lower on Solana, maybe $126 down here. We have an open daily gap that catches my eye. But so far, not seemingly that impacted by this news. So let's go to some others. Near protocol on that list. Same thing, honestly. That is virtually the same thing. You have like 2 tiny days of red, maybe 3 here, but price action, not making significant lows, not selling off in a this is now illegal manner. Near protocol, these lows are moving up, so as long as it stands above 578, I think that this is painting a flat-topped ascending low triangle, and I think that this trade setup, maybe even this one, looking to play out. $9 upside target for me. If that breaks, $13.30, gonna be that next big resistance above. Both great profit-taking numbers. This entry worked out very well. We'll look at it more then. Let me see what other ones are there. There is Algo. Pull up Algorand. So far, we've only looked at 2 out of what, the 7 alleged securities. Neither of them looking that bearish. Algorand up on the screen here on the week. Algorand up on the screen, kind of diverging there. So far, all 3 of these have had 2 red candles behind them. Algorand oddly here with a green candle. Breaking the mold. I could see something flat topped play out from this setup. Got that same ascending low potential. The top just isn't very defined. I have had trouble with Algo recently. I want to be bullish on it, but something about it, man, something holds me back on it. Nah, it's not looking great either. Nothing extreme so far. Stellar. Interesting Stellar, but not, I guess they have their own court stuff. I'm going to say interesting Stellar, but not Ripple. Stellar looking very, very similar to Algorand here. You got the green candle on the day, 2 red candles behind you. Arguably, you have your lows coming up and a potential flat top, I would say confirming if XLM moves to 12 cents in probably the next week or something like that. Not a lot of damage. Tezos was struggling. So I haven't looked at this chart, but I did hear this news. I shared with you guys earlier. It was a good open, hopefully. Tezos' chart has been struggling, so I kind of am a little nervous to open this one. It might look bad. Going down to the day. Not as bad as I expected. None of these have really noticed that this is happening. That's interesting to me. That is a sign that the market is confident the SEC is not going to win this. And honestly, I don't think they're going to win it either. Nothing to do with the coins they chose or my opinion on securities or not. Simply, I don't think that the money involved in this space now will allow it. We'll see. Coming off 4 days of red, following along with XLM and Algo, Tezos actually green here, sitting at 93.5 cents. The problem for me, this is not doom for Tezos forever or something, but my problem here in May is Tezos painted an order block. We have seen this order block from January and February of this year respected on the monthly time frame on so many charts. So many charts have tested these and bounced. Tezos, though, last month in April, selling off, and that high in March, 160 all the way down to 86 cents. That alone is bad. But what's worse is if you look at this order block, in this month, that high of 97 cents, and I'll flip it back down, right back to that order block. It was support or could have been, but it broke and closed below. Now it's going to act as resistance here. So that 97, we can just call it like $1. Looking right here, rejection on the day, lower low, lower high. Man, honestly, Tezos needs to bounce like right now. Right here. I want to see it move back to $1. You need to start moving up or this is rough. The big takeaway though, Tezos, even though the chart was more bearish than many that we just looked at, doesn't care. Signaling to the market, doesn't think it's a big deal. People are not that worried. I guess there's also an argument that simply there aren't sellers left to panic sell. I think that's an argument you can make as well, or at least there's not as many. MATIC on that list, another one that had a pretty weak chart, similar to Tezos. Let's see. On that month. Yep, similar to Tezos. MATIC has not hit 78 yet, so it hasn't tested the order block in the same way that Tezos has. However, it has had a wick up to their intra-month and now back down close to that monthly open. 3 days of red, slightly higher high, that wick, selling pressure. Man, a lot of these charts are just scraping by. If MATIC can bounce 66 cents, it can preserve its higher low status. And it can start painting a flat top. It's got to bounce there. I'm actually going to set an alert at like 65 just for this. Again, not super impacted. Not a big deal, apparently. We only have a few more. I'm blasting through them. Uniswap. Now, Uniswap had issues, I think, last month. Similar kind of regulatory stuff. They weren't looking the best. But, again, I was just saying how Tezos and even MATIC there, closing below that order block. So many charts simply returned to there, found support, and at least started to bounce? Question mark. This is a stronger setup, technically. You're going to be looking for a retest of that high. $12. I'm not that bearish on Uniswap, honestly. Uniswap might be the most likely, though, to be like security, just because I'm no security lawyer or whatever. I don't know. But just because of its use, like being a decentralized exchange. If the government hates anything in crypto, it's the decentralized exchange idea. They don't like that we can completely cut them out. They depend that we still need them in some capacity. Potentially forming a bear flag on Uni. However, lows are coming up. Last 2 days red, today a little green right off of a historical point. I think that's from December of last year. Monthly 725. Honestly, bounce here. And I like this enough that I might even do this. Let's do that. this. Get a 3-to-1. Looking to enter uni potentially here at 725. Remember, this is not financial advice. Your choices are your own. I like this 3 TP thing now. TP1. TP3. And there's going to be another one right here. Stop loss below April's wick low at 592. Hoping that that holds on. Need one more. Okay. Say like right here. Give us a 2-to-1. TP1, TP2, TP3. There we go. Stop loss down here, and I'll label that too. There it is. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go, Uni. I'm betting against these dumps based on this SEC thing. Ethereum. All right, we only have one more. We got Ethereum, and then we'll just pull up Mana as well. Mana's on there. None of them, dude. None of them have dumped. It's interesting. You would have expected this news up here. To get this news down here is weird. To get it here and then, oh, the market sold off. That's why, right? That's how we use news in crypto, or at least how retail does. It's like, oh no. Or sometimes we'll see it down here right after the sell-off and then it goes up. But down here, and now none of these charts are moving. Kind of weird. Kind of odd. I really think the market is not convinced. Ethereum, you know, we're getting kind of similar setups now. I don't know if I would take this one the same way that we've taken the Uni or potentially MATIC, etc. I don't know if I would. I think that I'm going to defer to myself previously. 2,700. I think that this Ethereum descending wedge continues to play out and does something like this. I'm looking for an entry at 2,700 personally. I'm going to set this up the same way. I like this number. Let's do it like that. Get a little 101. There it is. Get it. Perfect. I love it. There we go. Stop just below 21. TP1 sitting at 3457. TP2 3888. TP3 46. Let's go. I like that setup for Ethereum. I would love to see this play out. Like, this falling wedge would be such a beautiful trade, man. It'd be gorgeous. Last one, Mana, really quick. Then I'm going to turn it to the chat. My bad, fam. I'm just in the zone today. It's been a weird morning. Take Professor Beans to the vet, actually, last night. And she's doing fine. As some of you know, she had surgery last year. She had some tumorous growths. And apparently there's another one, which is really rough. But they checked her out and they said for her age, they didn't believe, she's 12 years old. They didn't believe how old she was. They said she must be younger. And I adopted her, so I don't know how old she is. That's my guess. But it was rough. It was weird. It's been a weird day. I'm doing my best here, just keeping focused. Mana actually mirroring Tezos. This is what I was talking about. Not a lot of charts have this. Mana mirroring Tezos. Order block. Your move up into March, your sell off into April, closing below that support, now finding resistance there, 43 cents. Let's go down. On the day, Mana may be showing the most response to this news. 4 days of red, but the downside super limited. You know, this same trade can probably be taken. Not gonna lie. I don't even know what that was. I'm just like fiddling with stuff. We're seeing a lot of these bear flags, these descending high, ascending low. I don't trust bear flags. That's the good news. They just, in my opinion, never play out in crypto. They're just like not a thing. They're painted, they're put there to confuse you. I think that's honestly true. But at the moment, that is looking a little bear flaggish. I think you could make this same logical trade. Trading is just robotic, guys. Make the stop or the entry a little lower so I can make my stop a little tighter, a little looser. Just do it like this. Nice. Perfect. I don't like that trade. I don't think it should be taken, but the thought process behind it is there. If you think that this is playing out, and you're bullish, obviously. If you're bearish, I think you just reverse this and use TP1 as your entry. And then TP1's down here, TP2, maybe TP3. Basically looking for that long position and saying if you're going to stay in this ascending low pattern, then you're looking for upside, right? However, if you break down underneath, this stop would actually give you a little protection against a fake break. Underneath your April low, you're out of the position, the logic is gone, etc. There it is, we did them all. Nice. None of them feeling the heat though. None of them really seeming to care about this SEC thing. So I'm going to pull my attention back to the chat, or to the chat for the first time. I do apologize. I've just been in my own world today, trying to keep busy. What's up, Crypto Surfer? Let's go, fam. Best crypto stream alive. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the membership. I missed some subscribers. What's up, Taylor Tales? Taylor Tales. What's up, Taylor Tales? Craig Robertson, Bojan Subak, Remington Pearl gifted a membership. Shout out to Fabio, my guy. Congrats. Thank you, Remington. Cosmin Mihai NA subscribed. Tim Boat liked the stream over on Facebook. That was 40 minutes ago, so Lord knows if he's still there, but if he is, you're a G. Shout out to Andy, Jack, Luke, Ledette, and everyone else who subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's your time. Go ahead, click that button. Join the crew. Coins Chick is here, and just in time when I'm actually paying attention to the chat. Coins Chick is one of our greatest writers. I think it's tied. It's Coins Chick. No, I don't want to say that. One of the best writers, anyway. On crowdanalysis.com, you can check it out. If you're a writer, you want to write on finance, business, crypto, we'll get you published, baby. Jump in the Discord and DM me. Or tag me, whatever. On our page here, she is one of my favorite writer. Put out a great article on Arrow. Maybe you should check it out after the live. There you go. You follow her on Twitter, coins_chick. Great chick. Good chick. What's up, Trade Intuition? How you doing, man? Crypto 420, rolling them up. Silent, did I cover FTM or SHIB yet? I did not. I can pull them up. We've done a few charts here, but I can pull them up. Let me see. I'm just going to pace through. ADA. Nothing happening yet. Long trade still looking fine from 40. What? Actually, I took that too high. 46.8. Looking for 60 cents on ADA. Let's go to Doge quick. Doge long filled, not stopped. Little indecision going on here. I'm still looking for 25 cents on Doge. VELO is the interesting one, actually. I don't own VELO, and maybe I'm sad about it now. But VELO, this is the daily time frame. VELO seems to just not care about what's going on in the market. That one got stopped. Going on in the market here. Daily time frame. You can see this really diverges from, let's say, the total crypto market cap. Put that on the day. All of crypto is doing this, while VELO is doing that. I don't know, man. It's odd. It makes me a little skeptical about it. But VELO looks kind of clear. I'd caution against FOMOing in at this moment, but it looks kind of clear, man. Like, I was thinking it was going to pull back to just about a penny when we looked at this last week. It's put in a higher high. It doesn't seem to understand that it's in this crypto market. The spicy thing about VELO, and I think there was an issue with it, but either way, you don't have much resistance. This sell-off was very one-sided. You have a lot of inefficiency here. So after breaking your high, I think you can target 5 cents pretty reasonably. That's where these longs were taken from, or not taken from, taking profit. Crow with hat, which I didn't look at on Friday. I pulled it up. Hit its 0.5 retracement. I don't know. You're looking for like a 2x to a 618. Keep you guys updated on that if it moves. Kind of looks like it wants to. XRP. Kind of look at that. BONK. Man, look at all these squiggles. Let's get rid of the squiggles. Also, look at this ridiculous decimal pointage. There you go. Actually, 2. BONK hanging out. I like this. What's interesting to me actually is this is kind of that price action. If you guys were here when I, right after we did the news, I looked at Bitcoin and I was talking about that fractal potential from January and how hopefully we're seeing something similar. This is kind of what that is. You have the high, a low, a slightly lower high. This might be painting it out, which is interesting because that's what we wanted to see paint out on Bitcoin here. After the drop, come up, paint this flag, and move. Interesting. BONK might have more upside. It feels terrible to say. It's like crap in my mouth. It's a terrible thing to say. Tastes bad. But charts are charts, and this doesn't look bad. That entry on the long may be still available. It's like 2285. I'm going to actually change this. I'm going to change this quick. Not exactly change, we're just going to add some TPs in here. Beautiful. 1-to-1 brings you right back to the all-time high. That's a great TP. Like that. TP2. All of my trades now on stream. We're going to be doing them this way. You can choose your own risk to reward because you guys do that anyway. I love how this started with me looking, I was like, did you look at FTM or SHIB yet? And I was like, yeah, man, I can pull them up and then just ADD'd. There we go. By the way, all of these trades, every single one, is posted in the Discord in our VIP exclusive trading rooms. However, you can get in there for free. All you have to do is sign up with any of the partners in the video description below and use the bot in the Discord and you'll get access. You'll get all of them. Wonderful. BONK. Adam actually looking good for once. Adam, I wish you would have held 911, but maybe looking good there. Render still doing the same. SHIB, what was the one? I don't even know what I looked at. I don't even know what you asked for anymore. FTM, I know that was one of them. I'll pull that up. I'm getting lost in the sauce again, boys. If you could, smash those likes and subscribes. Can we get another subscriber? This is so slow. You know what? I have an idea. I'm going to start up this short one. Yes. Yes, brilliant idea, Tom. Yes, thank you. Let me know, actually, right now, I'm going to put the short stream live. I've been experimenting with this, so I'm trying to figure out what works. Tell me if you get a notification. Just went live. Now it's live. Tell me if you get a notification or not. A yesification or a notification. FTM, wow, FTM. All right, good chart, man, good chart. Thanks for bringing this up. So I was kind of criticizing, let's say, Tezos. What were some other ones? Tezos. I guess I closed them. No, whatever. They're over here. I was criticizing charts like Tezos, not for the coin, not for whatever, simply because they lost their monthly order block here. I'll shut up about order blocks after this. Lost this monthly order block, closed below it last month, and now you've tested and rejected from what was support to resistance. I think MATIC also had a similar one. Now with FTM, you have the opposite. This actually, that's what I said. This is a good chart. Thank you. Thanks for bringing this up. I like this. I might look for a trade. The good news is you actually are not far from the entry. I'll explain in a second. I'll place this later. Okay. So this looks different and this looks much stronger. I like this fall. FTM, very inefficient on the way down. That gives you that rocket fuel potentially on the way up. Bear market low into, we'll call this like a bear rally. Slightly higher low or double bottom on the monthly at 19 cents. Brought you back to the same resistance you rejected from in 23, bear market rally, whatever you want to call it. Pretty much to the penny. Painted that same order block, moved higher, but you didn't do this. You're not down here. This is a big difference. This is a big technical difference. FTM looks very bullish. I rarely say that. What did you do instead? April sold off and brought you right back to your bear market high or bear rally high. Your rejection into the order block. You had a serious, significant resistance that was broken after over a year. And now, fingers crossed into May, and this is how we're going to plan this trade, you're going to hold 56.82. That is where I'd be looking to take this trade. So honestly, because we already tested it in April, it might be too late. This trade is honestly going to be betting on a double bottom on the month. It's not impossible. Let's see how this is set up. So I like this as a take profit right here. $1. Perfect. Can't go wrong. Always a great time to take profit is at $1. Let's see how this looks though. I'd like to get it under here, but I won't. I put the stop at 44 cents. That's a 3-to-1 though. That's kind of big. Oh well. 13-to-1, $2. So looking to take profit at $1 or $2 from just about 50 cents. I think the stop could definitely be lower on these, but we're going to just do it this way. Then we're going to target the consequent encroachment. I think that's what they call it. Right there. TP1, TP2, TP3. FTM looks good. Surprising. Maybe not surprising. I know there's some fans out there of FTM, but surprising. This chart looks great. That monthly, so much stronger than many others in this category, in this area. This little bear flag on the day, coming off of your support, resistance, holding your lows. You know what? We probably do get a fill here. Probably do. I already had a trade there. Nice. Oh no, I just placed that one. Still bear flaggish on the day, like almost everything we've looked at. That's just what we're seeing in the space. Some are flaggish, meaning their highs are coming down smoothly and their lows are coming up. Some are a little bit more flat. I would argue this one's a little bit more flat, honestly, now that I have a second. All these daily closes at 76 cents. All you need is for these lows to keep coming up. Could take a while. Timing is the hardest part, if it's even possible. I think FTM looks good. Hopefully it comes back down to 56 cents. I might take that trade. I like that one. All right, I did the FTM. I was rambling about other stuff. What other charts do we want to see? What's up, Kelly Thayer? I think we test 51 on Bitcoin before we move to 65. What are your thoughts? Certainly possible. Where even is 51? Really though, I feel like if we hit 51, if we get like even close to 50 flat, we break 50 flat, go to like 48.9 or something, just to sweep out that psychological number. That's my personal thought. Let's see. We've hit 56.3. We'd be looking for 50, 51. I think 51 is kind of a random number, honestly. Maybe from this, 50.9. 51 doesn't have, unless there's a fib there. I don't see a lot of confluence with 51. Doesn't mean 51 can't come. Certainly, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is in my experience, in my observation, my talent of TA, I don't think it is likely that it moves to 51 and then just bounces back up and continues. If it gets down into that range, I think it's very likely to sweep liquidity first. Like sweep 48, maybe even 47, 48, and then move back up. Probably a lot of liquidity at 50K. It's not a bad thought though. What's up, Zachary Martin? Adriano KASPA. Yeah, I did see KASPA was in a top gainer in the last, maybe it was hour or maybe it was day. We'll pull it up. It's been a long time. What's up, Bry Kaz? My guy, Bry Kaz. Looking at BCH. KASPA go up now. Bitcoin versus KASPA. Are you telling me there's a rally? You telling me there's a KASPA BTC rally? Don't get me excited. I'm just gonna prepare this chart. Oh boy, oh boy. Ooh, mighty, you're not wrong, bro. I haven't zoomed out yet, and I don't know what this was at, so... But that's a nice little rally going on. Let's check this out. Daily. Okay. Not as sexy as I thought. Not quite as sexy as I thought, but not terrible. Let's smush this. Since the first days of KASPA trading, it has gained quite a bit on the corn. Quite a bit. I don't know if that's like correct. Let's go to like a month though. Let's get some big levels here. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Amazing strength there. KASPA could get very spicy. Could get very spicy. Let's see. You definitely have some serious resistance above you, but I like where you found support. Technically, it looks amazing. Let's go. Let's see. Marking out our monthly levels. There we are. Order block on the month, October into November. All-time high on KASPA BTC. Closed at 340 sats. Fell down, almost tested that order block. Lower high, but retested that resistance. This is going to be a big boy. 340 sats is going to be rough to break for KASPA BTC. However, look at this. This is awesome. This is what you love to see, man. Into the order block. Close the monthly above the order block. Higher low. Now you're green. KASPA BTC. Get above 196. Currently at 195. So you can see that is not a... That's not a lot. That could literally happen today. Get above 196. Preferably close May there. And you're looking for 234 sats back to this support. That's going to be a hard one too. 281, 340, and of course your all-time high 413. These are all potential resistances. I like this though. I like this. Your 618 is right there at your monthly rejection. Held support. I'd like to see that 280, 281. Now let's go to the dollar. It's about to paint a bullish engulf on the month. And that usually means the dollar pair is going to see some love. So the Bitcoin pairs, they do have some secret alpha for you. 17.17 cents is going to be our local standing monthly resistance. Go to the week. Currently bullish engulfed huzzah off of 10 cents, double huzzah. That trade still open from 10 cents, unstopped. Excellent. On the day, 13, 14 cents right here. Actually, I'm just going to do that. Let's say 15. 15 is better. 15, you could call that a range though. 15 cents on KASPA. Looking like the upside resistance for it. Not a lot in the way. I mean, you have these wicks. If you can close the week above 11.6, it's looking great. Now the daily. This is, if I had not looked at the BTC pair, I would be like, it's all right. It's not great. BTC pair is going to get me a little more jazzed for this. The reason being would be this. Let's cut it like that, maybe. Doesn't really matter how you draw this trend. You can draw the trend this way. You could arguably draw it here. It doesn't really matter. People get really particular about trends. Trend lines are very important. But in my opinion, the most important part is simply recognizing the lower highs. So this is exciting because you have a big green candle of almost 10% today, but you haven't made it above your previous highs. Like you have a little breakout here. That's good, but you can see this has happened a few times. What I'd like to see is KASPA come up here to 13 cents, not reject from the trend line, move up to 15, maybe then 13 and move to 17. That would be a pretty slick play. The reason I'm not excited yet is simply that's good. It's looking good. You have really bullish looking Bitcoin pair stuff going on, likely to propel this higher. But I want you to break out. I want it to break out. At the moment, it's still in this kind of descending trend thing. Now, to balance out maybe my skepticism, this is definitely a descending channel. It's a little sketchy. Maybe I can draw it better. Descending channels, though, if you're a bull, are exactly what you want. There you go. Exactly what you want. You can even see the channel actually makes it much easier to see. You can see you're like not there yet. The good thing though, descending channels in crypto have an incredibly high probability of breaking to the upside. Incredibly high. As we identified, our 618 retracement is right there. That lines up, I think, with this pattern. If KASPA doesn't just move up to 15, which is not a terrible bet, I think it might test 10 again. Like, just 10. I don't think it's going to break its lows from earlier this year. That's actually looking pretty solid. Cool beans. So I'm going to set my alert here, right here. 14.7. AVAX, Tom. All right. We did look at AVAX. AVAX is actually one of our meta signal trades. Oop, I keep hitting the wrong button. It's actually one of our meta signal trades. Took a long earlier today, 13 or $34.17. Let's go down. Not quite to TP1 yet. Let's see. That trade's looking actually very good. That's looking very good. That wick, a little selling pressure. This is on the 1 minute though. Got some selling pressure there, but it doesn't seem to have phased price. Right back up, looking to fill that wick. 35.30. TP1's likely to hit today. I'm gonna pull up my main AVAX chart though. That one just has that. More flat topped than some others. At the moment, we have kind of two categories of charts and then VELO, I guess. The fall, that fall either producing a flat top with our lows have been coming up, or a bear flag, which AVAX does not seem to be painting, with lower highs and higher lows. This looks more in the flat top category. Let's take a peek here. Our trade not stopped out. It is in the red though. What did this say? 34 flat. Interesting. But it's upside targets. So if this is out on the day, this is a bigger view. The meta signals trade is basically looking to take profit before our entry. I think if this gets stopped out, 32.80 would paint a pretty picture, right? It's like, these are the hardest days to stream because you want to look at indicators, you want to look at stuff, but like none of them are giving great signals. They all kind of look like this and it's just bearish. It's like momentum rolling into positive, trigger waving down, money flow down. Man. At least AVAX managed to kind of hold on to that order block, though I don't like that rejection, honestly. Do not want to see 32.80 break. If it does, you do have very strong support on AVAX, so maybe an opportunity in the future. If it comes, 32.70 or 23.72. I'm getting dyslexic. I've been talking too much. Potentially a solid entry. It would be a back test of previous resistance as support. Nice technical bounce. that. TP1, TP2. There it is. What's up, Wisdom A? Big money whales, baby. What's up, 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐴GUCHA? Can I have a look at Filecoin? Could do that. Look at 90 day, says Kelly. On Bitcoin? All right. Only because you suggested something no one ever suggests. 90 day. Yeah, again, I don't understand. 51.7. There's literally nothing on the 90 day at 51.7. Like 50.6 from over here. I don't even know why though. You look at the 90 day and you should say bottom might be in. Like you closed a higher candle. In this month you've sold off, but 58.8. May close above 58.8. Looks beautiful. You probably get a 3 candle setup. I don't see the 51 personally. Because on the 90 day, it's like you would look to the bottom of the previous candle. That's at 42.1. You could look down here, 26. Maybe 50.4. I don't know. I'm going to pull up Filecoin. Filecoin. I don't have my headphones on, so I might have missed stuff. Maybe not. I see Staz Chai subscribed. Thank you, Staz. Appreciate you. Filecoin, really the same situation as many. Stop loss can likely be pulled up on that. Filecoin painting a crazy freaking, I don't even know what this is, man. Crazy pattern. Look at these highs. They all fit on a trend line. These lows all fit in a trend line. They have like a broadening pattern. I find it hard to be bearish on Filecoin. I don't even own any. But the reason I find it hard to be bearish on right now is it broke out of this pattern in the bear market. And since then has been doing this higher high, higher low thing, right? I don't think that this is a very bullish pattern overall, this thing, but having escaped this, there was no reason to long Filecoin back here. At like $3, this looked absolutely death. And it broke out. And since then, it's broken a higher high. I think it's got more upside. I think it's got $27 in it. Ugly weeklies. I think it's moving to 24 at some point. Shark teeth pattern. Okay, I'll take it. Tats and abs. I got neither, Coca-Cola. What's up, Lars? By the way, guys, I have the poll. Have you watched any of the #1 free trading course on YouTube yet? It is disappointing that we don't have many votes, but it's disappointing to see 60% of you have not yet. It's okay. I understand. However, they are great videos. There's lots of different topics now. We have over a dozen videos. It's all free. I don't paywall it. I could probably sell this as a course for like $1,000. I don't even know, like thousands of dollars. But instead, I want you guys to have it for free. So if you could do me a favor after the live, pull up the playlist, see if you find a topic you're interested in, give it a watch. Make sure, give it a little follow or a like and comment as well. That'll help it out. Share it with a trader that it might help. Even, I know a lot of you are more advanced, right? We're a more advanced trading stream. So I understand some of it's not so advanced in the trading course because it's to learn with. Send it to someone who would benefit from it. If that's not you, find somebody. Everybody here knows someone who's a trader or wants to be a trader. Send that to them. I'm going to go back to the corn here for a second. See if anything's improved. 15-minute very slowly rolling over. Okay. Higher highs in RSI. Money flow trickling to the other side. 30-minute is improving, but still not quite giving us that signal. Something I do like, I'm seeing on many time frames here, 45, 30, 15, you can see after a long period of momentum, not just being negative, but remaining negative under zero, we're seeing it return and hit higher highs in the positive zone. So on the 15 minute, I think we're about to get a breakout actually. I say that and then it'll chill and do nothing. I think we see a little retracey. No clear target yet. Give me a tick. Hourly about to follow suit. VWAP hitting higher highs. The money flow is what's concerning me. We haven't yet seen lower lows. We're looking for that money flow low to come up, to roll over. The VWAP being on the positive side and momentum moving or shifting from negative to positive is a great precursor for that. 2 hour. This is the line in the sand, bro. This is it. 2 hour wanting to roll over. Momentum deeply negative. Starting to move up. VWAP kind of making a rocket ramp. Got the green dot on market cipher. 2 hour closed 24 minutes ago, bullish engulfed again. Looks like Bitcoin's making a move to 62.8 very, very short term. Actually up here is much better. 63.1. 63.2. That's like one of our major freaking levels, isn't it? Yep, 63.1, 63.2. Let's leave it like that. I'm gonna place a trade. Hold up. Give me a sec. Looking for 62.4. Let's see where I can put this stop. This gives us a 1-to-1. That's not bad. Two to one. Three. Let's do it that way. I like it. Stop loss 61,680. TP1 sitting at 63.1. TP2 at 64. TP3 64.7. I don't know where it's going to make it here, but the probability of moving back here is pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Big money whales, buddy. Big money whales. Is there anybody over on the mobile stream? I got 34 concurrent viewers. That's climbing up. I see you. If you're on the short stream, it's very thin. You can join us over on the main one. Many more viewers, a lot more chat going on over there, or try to hype it up over there. If you could for me, someone subscribe, please. It's been a very slow subscribing day. I don't think that subscriber mover. Oh, wait, it was frozen. All right, we've gotten a few more, but still, it's been very slow. Join our family. We're going to be 5 years live on YouTube come June 1st, so less than a month away. Holy moly. Zachary Martin. What are my thoughts on ORDs? ORD or ordinals, or just as a different thing, ORDs. What's up, Alchemist? How you doing, bro? Novocaine. Paul Wood, I already saw you. Pump and dump. Josh Reed, it's following the SPY. Little micro dip. Oh, let's look at the SPY while we wait. What's the SPX doing? Silent Auto says smash the like, listen to him. I wouldn't test him. I didn't shout you out. What's up, Ace of Hearts? Ajumawi, Alchemist, Caffeinated Crypto, Coca-Cola. Hendrik, you're always here, bro. I love you. Josh Reed, Lars Larson, line in my pocket. Loading name, Moggy. Good to see you, Moggs. Hope you're getting over your busyness. Novocaine, Patrick Leishman. How you doing, brother? RPM, Silent Auto, Taylor Taze, Zachary Martin. Man. Quiet day in crypto. I wish Bitcoin, you could say we're following SPX. I wish Bitcoin looked like this. Look at the SPX on the week on Market Cipher B. Dude, higher highs, higher lows. VWAP just rolling over here. momentum on the week looking to give us the dot, the pinch on a close, just like any strong close. SPX did not return to 48.20 as I was looking for yet. It hasn't broken its high, but it did move to 49.60. That's its shallowest retracement. So at the moment, I weirdly think I want to short. Really clearly defined top, very identifiable stop loss. Probably not the best spot to put it then. Let's see our risk to reward here. 2. That looks good. That looks good. I'm looking for a lower high. Nothing's forcing it to go to 48.18, but I'm not seeing what I was thinking if this was gonna keep ripping. I would have expected like a bullish engulf on the week, maybe. Faster move back to that high. To me, this is looking like maybe it's gonna paint a lower high. Though we did just have quantitative tapering kick in, and so who knows? Maybe everything's about to moon. The Fed's going to slowly reduce, eventually reverse, removing liquidity, removing dollars from circulation. They announced that at the last FOMC, cutting quantitative tightening from 60 billion a month to 25 billion a month. $35 billion difference. It's huge. It's huge. Maxi pads cry easy. What? Hey, no making fun of maxis. Although, I don't know, you can. Not one of those clowns selling course. Have ever sold a course. What? What? I don't think anyone has ever paid for a course. Bro, are you joking? Are you just, maybe it's sarcasm. Are you kidding? I understand. I agree. That's why my course is free. You should watch it just because it's free. But you understand how many businesses, that's all they do? Courses rake in. Courses and like private groups rake in, I don't know, man, hundreds of millions a month. It'd be my guess globally. I don't know. Look at Udemy. Better than crypto. How's Helldivers? Oh, well, in a shocking change, Sony reversed their decision. I already asked for a refund. I don't know if I'll get one. They reversed their change. Now you don't need a PlayStation account linked. They were going to kick everyone who did not have a linked PlayStation account. And I was not about to sign up for one. So that being said, still like I'm not playing it. I was already bored of it. It's a good game. It's fun. It's just a little repetitive. They're going to have to figure out a way to spice it up. What's up, Fabio? Pepe. Why is the screen so small? Quinchik, how did you get over there? You're on the main one. That is the vertical. That's like the short stream. It shows up for short watchers. There you go. Put that over there. Pepe. All right, Sagar. Sure. Are you subscribed to Sagar? If you subscribe, I'll do Pepe for you. There you go. I always like that trade-off. I wonder if I read. I like the counter. Pepe, we looked at it on Monday. I said it's looking good. That's what I said last week, the week before. Pepe Bitcoin looking to close May, at least for now, in its current condition. Bullish engulfed right underneath the all-time high. If Pepe BTC closes May above 123, it's currently at 151. I mean, even better at 150, it's going to go on a ripper. It's weird to think that Pepe could still rip. Although I keep getting Pepe confused with other things. Pepe is not as old as many of these other coins. In my head, it feels like it's always been around. It started trading last year in April, so it's a year and a month old. Pepe TA is playing out. The long is good. Very good. I like this approach. You can see these doodles. Get rid of them. broke a higher high, back tested this descending trend, and maybe I should take some comfort because a lot of charts, even Bitcoin, kind of walking its way down a descending trend right now. We pointed that out earlier, right here. Working its way down. Blue line. And typically I don't like that. I have a little PTSD from 2018 of breaking descending trends and walking them down. But Pepe, not seeming to care, bouncing. Hopefully that means other charts like Bitcoin will do the same off of this. Crypto does tend to move like that. Bouncing off, hitting 8995, our resistance. Selling off at the moment seems to be performing an SR flip. Support to resistance to support. Support to resistance. Right here. It already touched it in the day. That will paint a higher low if it holds. And where are you going? Back to your range. Back to your range. I still believe that Pepe will reach at least 16,486. It broke its all-time high using our fib tool, our 1618, very consistently hits, as well as Pepe gave us the perfect entry, which you gotta love. Previous all-time high. You broke, back tested. Let's get to that 1618. Let's get to the measured move. You can do it, Pepe. Pepito. My Pepito. Look at that. Precision. Pepe is really moving cleanly. I don't know what to think about it. It's moving clean. I like that. Let's see. What else to do? FetchAI. We did look at FTM. Look at Fet. Is Floki older than Pepe? No, I don't think so. We've been waiting for Fet to backtest 120 forever. Didn't happen. It's interesting. Remember how, I don't know, maybe probably like late last year, the AI coins, maybe it was even earlier. It was early last year. The AI coins started pumping and everybody was all in. It was like the only narrative. It was the only thing people wanted to look at and talk about. It's interesting that that seems to have passed. I mean, I still see AI in crypto, but it's less like feverish. Yet, look at this, Fetch. AI coin. Hit an all-time high in March. It sold off, but barely sold off. Now it's still right here at 222. That narrative has simmered, yet the chart has not. That is what I like. I think $5 is still a good target. $3 looks very likely for FET this month. Let's see. Man, I wish I would put a short there. Let's even do that. Yeah. Same thing. $215. $215. TP1, TP2. TP3, that's 3-1. You know what? Let's even just do this. Let's even give it a bigger one. Go. There we go. If you're aiming for that $5 target, you might need to have that stop a little lower. TP1, 257 for a 1-to-1. TP2 at $3 for a 2-to-1. TP3 right at your range high for a 3-to-1 at 350, let's call it. I like that. Keep the hearts and the likes and the subscribes coming. It is a slow streaming day. Ari, RD Hani, my person. Thank you for subscribing, breaking the monotony. You should be like Ari. Make this thing spin. It's very satisfying. You want it to spin. Do it. Somewhere they were live. I wonder actually if that's weird. I wonder if the shenanigans before the stream, I wonder if that was why the stream's so funky. I don't know. Do I think Sol could hit $400 a cycle? I mean, anything's possible, bro. Sol was one of the coins just alleged by the SEC as a security. And part of the Coinbase class action suit we went over earlier in the stream at the beginning. Anything's possible. I've been skeptical on Sol for a long time. It's gonna be hard for Sol to hit a new all-time high. Like, Sol has added a lot to its supply since 2021. Significant amounts, meaningful amounts. It is already at an all-time high, or at least it was, in market cap. Yet it's like nowhere near its all-time high in price. It's like a 70% bump from here. 85%. That's going to be hard. That's selling pressure. Understanding the tokenomics of everything you invest in is certainly advisable. I was looking for potentially a short on Sol at 200. This is actually looking decent now that I zoom in. Double bottom, potentially double top. So right here, what I'd like is for 144 to hold, but you can still have 126 hold. You just have to have a higher low. After a double top and a double bottom, maybe mid-range, you're looking for that higher low to hold, retest the high at 160, and then you can break higher. Returns down here. Maybe you start painting a sideways channel, which is also bullish, actually. A 400. Do you want real moon math? I'll give you real moon math. Instead of just making a number up like 400, here's the real moon math. If you connect the all-time high to its bear market low, 267 to $8, there's your 1618. There's your extension. There's your moon math, $2,340. Do I think this will happen? Well, it's got to break 267 first. If it doesn't break the all-time high, if it doesn't break the highest point that you place the fib on, this is not in play. These are not in play until point 1 is broken. So break 267 and we'll talk big numbers. We'll see. Time will tell, boys. Time will tell. Let's check back in on the corn. Corn said, I want to fill Tom's trade because I don't want to leave him out. Because I'm a good boy. I'm a good corn. SHIB. SHIB's looking a little weird. Not gonna lie. SHIB looking a little floppier. Looking a little floppier. Still doing higher lows. I mean, this is one of the bear flags. We said there's really 2, maybe 3 types of charts we're seeing right now. Move up in April, sell off, or move up in March, sell off in April. And now charts are either doing what SHIB is doing, painting out a bear flag. Highs are coming down, lows are coming up, or can't find an example. We just looked at one, but I can't remember which one it is. We've been live too long. I've looked at too many charts. Or they're painting a more flat-topped ascending low. There we go. Or they're painting a flat top version, which is basically anything with a double top right now and the lows coming up. This is, in my opinion, the less bullish one. The flag, though, bear flags just don't really work in crypto, at least in my experience. If SHIB does break down, might be looking for 1590. I think you could take a trade using the same logic we did with all the other charts today. It's better to look at SOL market cap chart than price. I bet it is if you're a SOL person. That's what you want to look at. You could also look at this. An argument, here you go. I talk trash on SOL and on Ethereum and on everything really. I talk trash, but I also sometimes throw them bones. If you want to be bullish on SOL, here you go. Here is a great, I would argue this is the best argument to say, okay, SOL's bullish. In my opinion, this is it. I've made this chart. This chart is Solana divided by ETH market caps. Follow me. Back in December of last year, it broke its all-time high. Retraced a little, put in a higher high of March this year, and it has sold off, but it has not sold back below that previous all-time high. So I was talking about Solana and the crazy moon target, and I said, but you got to break the all-time high first, or else these fib extensions are meaningless. This has already broken it. What's really interesting is our 1618 sits at 0.5. That means Solana, if this chart reaches there, Solana's market cap is half of Ethereum. That could mean Ethereum's market cap drops a lot, or that SOL's market cap moves up a lot. At this point, it would have to more than double. The measured move, this is where it gets very exciting. The measured move is at 1. And at 1 is when Solana would flip Ethereum. I think this is the best SOL maxi argument that if I was a SOL maxi, this is what I would like yell about. I'd be like, Solana's going to flip Ethereum. And then when people are like, sure, noob, then you just show them this chart. And they're not going to know what to do with this chart. But you do, and you know. That break of the all-time high and failing to sell back off underneath, finding a higher low here, that's an argument that it's looking for a bigger gap. It's looking to move towards that 0.5. There's your Solana hopium. There we are. For more, make sure you've subscribed and joined the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. We're live here. We're publishing content every day. We actually published a new lesson in the #1 free crypto trading course on YouTube. You can find that on the channel on a secret volume indicator, the volume profile. Very good indicator. 𝐂𝐴𝐻 my guy, what's up? You know what, fam? ADA, man. I opened a long at some point on ADA. I have not looked back. It's either going to be liquidated or these alerts will go off that it's gone up a bit or a lot, and then I'm good. 51 cents. 51 cents. I was looking for higher lows and higher highs. That hasn't played out. The only thing that concerns me is that ADA has been acting a little weak, but on top of that, all these daily closes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lower high, 8, 9, 10, fell below, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days. You've tested like 44 cents. Each time you test that, it weakens. I guess on the upside here is you do have a flat top forming roughly at this entry for this trade. If that continues, you're likely to see a move back to 51. I think likely, unless the rest of the market's moving again, reject, move back down for another higher low, and now you have the flat top painted. Then you can look for that move to 60 cents. ADA's has been moving very slow. Very slow. I'm watching it though. Don't worry. Andy BitConsensus. My guy, Andy. How you doing, Andy? Good to see you here. Oh, yep, there you are. I see you're popping in. You guys should follow Andy. He's a great dude. Genuine good dude. Here you go. Follow him. Makes good content. Puts Bitcoin in his titles. I mean, that's aces. It's aces for me. Sitting here waiting for this trade to fill. It's like watching paint dry. Watching it dry. What do you think about friends? You're my friends. But for what though? That would be very sad and pretty. What would be? Return the new headphones. No, they're right here. They just apparently died. You know what? I might return them, Coca-Cola. I might. One, I don't like the way they look. When they're on, they have these silly lights that just kill the battery. I don't like how wide they are. I feel like a Cyberman, like from Doctor Who. Actually, they don't look that bad this way. I kind of like them this way, but they're going to fall off my head. And on top of that, the battery died. I had these charging all night, so they should have been at full. They were only on a few hours, already dead. That's rookie. That's rookie stuff, man. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we talked about a lot of great stuff. If you didn't get the intro to this stream, you should go back and watch it. I went through today's big news articles, and I am not a news crypto guy. I don't think that they're very useful. But there was a few things that I think is worth watching, because it's going to give you a heads up when you inevitably see FUD, like FUDdy, emotional titles and thumbnails or news articles. You're going to say, oh yeah, Tom talked about that. I know that's not a big deal. I think you'll find some value there. There's going to be some things that interest you. We went over a lot of charts, too many charts, but that's okay. Yeah, man. We've got some new Meta Signals trades open. Check out metasignals.io. Eric Crown, Crypto Zombie, and myself in on this. So far, so good. TRX trade was the first example that we placed. I don't even know at this point. End of April. TP1 and 2 hit, no stop even touch, and now TRX looking for that TP3 baby. That's a W in the Meta Signals book, but we'll continue to follow it. We also got a Meta Signals AVAX trade right here, doing pretty good actually. Still open. This tight, very tight stop unhit. TP1 sitting above us at 35.30, and Link. Here we go. Meta Signals might be hitting like on all cylinders today. It looks like this Link trade is also gonna be good. TP1 hit during the live, finding some resistance there at 14, but that's another tap on the 30-minute. I think it's likely to return to like 1398 maybe before moving to TP2. I'm gonna update those for you on the upcoming streams. We'll be live again on Friday for sure for DGen Coin Friday. You better tune in. Something I want you guys to take a look at and drill into your brain here. Here is total crypto market cap on the day. On this chart, there is just horizontals. These are from the monthly and the 20 weekly moving average. If Bitcoin looked like this, I'd be a lot less conflicted on what happens next. This is beautiful. The total crypto market cap, whether you believe Bitcoin will continue down or not, the total crypto market cap, in my eyes, looks very, very bullish. Very, very bullish. We were some of the only people pointing out while Bitcoin was hitting all-time highs that total hadn't hit an all-time high. And when it does, that's when the big bull run, the real, I don't know, bull run actually will start. On our way to 75K. At 2.62 trillion, that was your highest monthly close resistance. That's what rejected April's candle. And that's spooky because it closed bearish engulf, but there's something you should be paying attention to. And that is April and March's high on the way down. Painted resistance. You broke through it. Tapped your highest resistance. Came back. Tested that resistance as support at 2 trillion. Confluence with the 20 weekly. I'm looking for a return to 2.62 trillion on the total crypto market cap. Bitcoin pretty much has to go up for that to happen, but not necessarily. We could have some surprises. Will Sol flip Ethereum randomly out of nowhere? You never know. You never know what's going to happen next. But what you do know is that we're here every day, bringing you the best of the best. We're not shilling you. We're not getting you to buy my bags. I'm not being paid by coins to tell you to buy them. The only thing I want is for you guys to succeed, and I think what could help is the free trading course on this channel. There is no paid one. The best stuff is free here. Check it out after the live, guys. I do believe that's a 𝐒𝐿 on our in-stream trade. Hopefully it's not a get wrecked ski. There it is. That's a 𝐿. That is a 𝐿. That's a fill. All right. I don't even know why I'm doing that, but whatever. OCD. Do you guys have OCD with your charts as well? Looking for the long on the corn, just filling right now during the stream. TP1 sitting at 63.1. TP2 at 64, TP3 at 64.7. You better believe we're going to be looking at these in the next live. So appreciate you guys for joining. Go back to the beginning of the stream, watch that. It's not very long. Then make sure you join the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Sign up with any of the partners in the video description below, and you will get VIP access in there to our trading rooms. I'm done, boys. I'm done. Jump in the Discord. I'll see you then. If you're watching this from the future, what's up? How's the weather? I don't know, man. Love y'all. Hope you have a great day. Happy Wednesday. Peace out.